Staying with us, we're still discussing NYSC. Please send your views to the numbers on your screen and also let us know your thoughts. We'll be happy to share your thoughts on this matter of NYSC being extended to 2 years. I mean, recently the stipend was increased to 77,000 naira. So lots of NYSC, they're really happy about that. But now that you've given me 77,000 naira, you now want me to stay for 2 years. People are thinking this is a double whammy.
No. I really like Amaka's suggestion of saying make the second year optional, because the truth is there are many skill acquisition programs running within NYSC, and many of them are sort of like free for corpers for the core members to enjoy. But if you make it optional, it means that I am opting in, I am fully vested. But you see, that's 1 year. Many people are not fully vested. It is they say I should come and I've been told to come and I'm going to do what let me save Nigeria. And we don't need 2 years to reorientate people. We don't actually need 2 years to transform. In that 3 weeks that they spend at the camp, the reorientation of what they call reorientation camp, it can actually be rewired through therapists, coaches, and I've spoken because, like I said, I have corpers in my office, and I've asked, what do they do in that 3 weeks? Many of them just feel like, we're suffering. We wake up very early, we will stand, we will crawl under something, mosquito will bite us, we will not have light to charge our phone, where everything is. So what they see is the stress. Whereas it could have been an opportunity to really change their mind on how they see Nigeria. The military men that sort of like the support system they have, they don't see it as these Nigerians, I need to let them love Nigeria. They see it like, I want to show you life is hard. Yes. So let me let you prepare for the hard life you will meet in future. So, I'm telling you based on the opinion that the people that experienced it were giving me. So I feel the conversation can be hard to give don't mind me, I don't know everything, but I know NLP, and I know with NLP you can achieve major behavioral change and transformation within a short period of time. And that's what we want. We want anybody that goes through NYSC to live loving this country. Exactly. You can actually, I did a program, my LBS program, in 1 week, every day, as in Dr. Henrietta, every day she kept, the message for that 1 week was to get us to love Nigeria. Do you know that after 1 week, almost everybody in the room did not want to Japa? The people that wanted to Japa said they changed their mind. Just 1 week of consecutive messaging, helping us to see why we are, how we are the solution to Nigeria's problem, how many other people, they gave us examples of those that solved Nigeria's problem. People came by themselves to come and tell their story. By the end of 1 week, everybody was like, I am the solution. I am going to stay in Nigeria and solve the problem. We can achieve that with NYSC, and it would totally transform our country. So that's what I feel, and it doesn't take a long time.
So I agree with you on the mindset change. We have to inculcate one training that does that. NLP is a good one, and several others too. But the purpose of the NYSC 3 weeks is different from the entire primary assignment. So there are goals for each setting. When we went to camp was to militarize you. It's a backup for in case we need, reinforcement to our military. And so they will give you that military training in that first 3 weeks, along with other trainings that we did. So if you belong to the media group, you people were in charge of information and all of that. I love kitchen. So I ended up in kitchen group because I cannot go to Kogi.
Let me pause you for a second. Zainab has been holding for a while. Zainab, thanks for calling. You're live.
Thank you so much. Good morning,
Good morning.
I'm so glad to get on the show today. I've been watching for like 9 years now.
Oh, wow. We're so happy to
welcome to the show.
So on this issue, the NYSC issue, I was among those people who just finished passed out like last month. So I totally agree with them and support on this case. We have to optimize what we already have existing. The problem, I think Nigerians, we don't really respect time enough. Rather than clamor for spending longer time, let's optimize what we currently have in ground. Now, the issue Mary mentioned about, trying to make Nigerians love Nigeria, trying to integrate them at all. You don't necessarily need to make it 2 years for that to be done. It still goes back to optimizing what we currently have in ground. Where I served, because I'm a veterinarian, and then we call us like professional, we're like professionals. Besides the normal allowance that we get, they pay us, the FCC pays us. Now, these are like the professionals, the medics, the vets, we get about 70,000 naira. People who are less professional persons, they get 10,000 naira. So in addition to the 33K or now the 77K, they get 10K extra. Now, there's so many disparities with that. And that's sort of the grievances a lot of people have against the National Youth Service. And then another thing I think is sort of optimizing the system we have in Ghana. Usually we have a community development service that happens every week, right? If we are really interested in upskilling, training Nigerians, improving everything for the youth, we should try to incorporate these schemes into what we already have existing, this 1 year period, improve the welfare of the youth workers so we can be more satisfied and feel fulfilled with what we're doing with the NYSC. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
And once again, I'm so glad I was able to call in.
Good to have you.
So interesting points from Nazina.
Yes, very interesting. As I was saying, there are several phases to the training. The paramilitary first 3 weeks, mandatory is to teach resilience, readiness for, combat and all of that as much as they can. Then when you go for your primary assignment, you get the opportunity. There's also the need to look inwards for you to want to self-train. These days now we see kids who are not, that 2 years will blast past them. They won't even know it passed.
Exactly. Just wasted it.
They waste it. Because I remember that 1 year finished so fast. Even this one, I had someone who were trying to get posted to a primary assignment. While we are still waiting for that, the 1 year don't complete. It goes so fast. So how quick can you maximize that opportunity as an individual, you yourself? Parents who are also working their kids back to the states of residence so that they don't go to any place, how do you then encourage that the child is growing along with what the government policies are? Because as laudable as government policies are, people are against it for safety reasons, for security reasons, for several other reasons, for reasons of, personal reasons of my child cannot just suffer. I got hit badly when I got to camp in Kogi, in Kabaden. We don't get toilet, we're good. The first thing was having to do bush whatever. That hit me so fast. Reality slapped me. But we adjusted within 2 days. We found a way, And so most people would run away from that. One of the best camp then was Ogun State under Gbenga Daniel. And everybody was, after that, I said, find your way to Ogun State to make it not suffer. But we need to build up several other aspects of our lives. And that's what the NYSC is for. It's not a place of enjoyment. It's also a place of, while you're waiting, that waiting period, what can you do for yourself?
Okay, quickly before we move on, just to let our viewers know that those of you in the Otedola Bridge axis, we heard that there was an accident again. Some great traffic over that bridge. So those who are stopping to look are causing traffic. So be careful on that axis for those of you going back. Also, I'm told that we have to also link up to the National Police Day, which is today, April 7th. The Nigerian Police Force rounds off week-long activities with Grand Parade, fostering police community relations. You can see some of the pictures here already from Abuja. They're closing the National Police Day with the grand procession happening live from Abuja. So we'll be linking up to them shortly. So those of you watching us on TVC News can continue to watch on TVC Entertainment on GoTV and StarTimes. And also you can catch us online on YouTube. We'll be happy to have you there. Yes, Amaka, you're going to say something?
Yes, I wanted to say, in relation to what she said, that, that the essence, one of the major essence of the NYSC was for people to experience other cultural values and stuff within Nigeria, so we can appreciate it. But then let's also talk about our reality as Nigerians, and that majority of the people also work their way to where they want to actually serve. So the NYSC has a lot of job to do in terms of reorienting themselves and their staff, because if the essence of the NYSC is for people to, if Igbos to go to the north, the Westerners to go to the east, and that we've lost that, where people can now decide one way or the other where they want to serve. So at the end of the day, what's the point? Because if the major reasons after the war is because of this. So if we don't have that, where people can decide where they want to serve, why are we doing this in the first place? Because it loses the core value.
You can say they want to serve in Lagos. Everybody will say they want to serve in Lagos now.
To be crowded in Lagos.
So no, that's what I'm trying to say. You should not want to serve. If you went to school in Lagos, or your parents live in Lagos, because there's the data, right? Where if your parents live in Lagos, or maybe you went to school in Enugu, then you have to go to the north, because there's data that you've not experienced this other side of Nigeria. But if people decide, and we know that's the reality, where people now work their way to now still stay back in Lagos, then what's the point if everybody now stays back where they want to stay
But that's not
back?
supposed to be the
That's
that's
what
not
I'm
supposed
saying.
to be the
so
real.
NYSC itself needs
I
to
get that. I get it.
rent
Fix-
itself, fix
Yeah.
itself. You have to
Yes.
fix yourself from the core.
so that we can get the objective
If not,
of
then
it.
there's
If
no
not, we're
point.
wasting our time.
Then how
Okay.
much more do you need to?
So it's
for
really going
2
back to the
years?
drawing board so
Yeah.
that the NYSC is beneficial to meet the
Exactly.
objectives. Okay, I think we can wrap up on this, but really in a nutshell, I think just like Tokwe had said, the idea of making the second year, or it was Amaka that said that making the second year optional might be something worth considering for the National Youth Corps scheme. But I think on the nutshell, though, Nigerians do generally agree that the scheme is still necessary, but it must be revamped and remodeled to meet our national objective. That's really the objective, the point that Nigerians are trying to make. Let's go on a very short break. When we come back, we'll move on to our next hot topic. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.